everyone. I'm Mike White. People call me the breathing coach. I'm the Optimal Breathing School's master trainer. Our mission is to help you breathe more correctly so you'll be healthier and happier. Then, show you how to help others do the same. I'd like to share with you some aspects of our school training. We study the breath, breathing, and the relationship to self-healing, stress management, peak performance, self-expression, personal power, and spiritual experience. I'm a member of the American Holistic Medical Association, a founding member of the Association of Humanistic Psychology Somatics Community, and a Category A provider of continuing education credits on a National Certification Board for Therapeutic Massage and Bodywork. It has often been said that most humans don't breathe very well. Due to poor oxygen levels, rampant stress, harmful foods, and prescription drug excesses, practically every human on Earth can benefit from better breathing. I believe that all congenitally normal, non-surgically altered human beings have the same breathing mechanics. They may have been poorly developed, or they may use them differently, but once they've allowed me to teach them what great breathing looks, feels, and sounds like, all agree that optimal, balanced, deeper, and easier breathing looks, feels, sounds, and functions significantly better than it did before. While spending much of the last 30 years studying breathing, I learned there are many exercises and techniques and dietary approaches that affect one's breathing. Some help, some hinder, and some harm. None included the best aspects of the others. Some were held as secrets to be shared only with the chosen few. These secrets and other keys to my own breathing development lay hidden for 45 years. It took so long because I had developed what I learned to describe as unbalanced deep breathing mechanics, or what I call UDB. I've since observed that many others live 24/7 with UDB, just as I did. Some know there is something wrong with their breathing, but don't know what it is or what to do about it. Others are completely unaware of any breathing problems. They go from health professional to health professional, spend decades and hundreds to thousands of hours and small fortunes in medical expenses that often include harmful medicated side effects. Their UDB stays hidden or unhandled. UDB can act like a warning sign, much like hypoglycemia can be a predictor for potential diabetes. The effects of this hidden or tendency toward UDB lie waiting to present themselves. Attempts at taking a deeper breath or struggling against shallow or restricted breathing can trigger or worsen UDB. UDB strikes or is worsened by stress, trauma, fatigue, fear, anxiety, panic, or even positive emotions. Because it can hide itself so well, many with UDB seem normal. I've collected during the last 5 years over 30,000 Breathin.com free breathing tests. During that time, I noticed that many health conditions checked off on the test correlated to indicators of obvious or hidden potentials of UDB. Aside from the more obvious examples of UDB, such as shallow breathing, overbreathing, underbreathing, many types of shortness of breath, reverse or hyperventilated breathing, or the illnesses named or misnamed asthma, bronchitis, asthmatic bronchitis, COPD, chronic cough, emphysema. You can also add seizures, snoring, apnea, high blood pressure, manic depression, stuttering, spasmodic dysphonia, and other speech issues as having significant UDB factors. I've noticed that in general, the more items one checks off in the free breathing tests, the more likely the test taker has some degree of obvious or hidden UDB. Using 3 decades of attending classes, private sessions, trainings, research, personal failures, and approaches of traditional medicine and alternative health, plus hundreds and hundreds of anecdotal sharings of breathing session experience from clients and colleagues, I garnered what I believe to be the key essentials of rapidly, accurately, safely, and painlessly developing one's breathing. Someday soon I'll be able to share with you the incredible progress we're experiencing from working with psychiatrists and psychologists to develop patient breathing. We're achieving what these physicians say is usually rapid behavioral improvement with reduction of anxiety, less phobic incidences, increased sense of calm, quieter minds, strengthened sense of hope and well-being, and reduced need for medication. Lately, the term overbreathing has been described as a leading cause of shortness of breath and asthma. It's also been clinically associated with over 100 other maladies, including heart conditions, strokes, pneumonia, allergies, ADD, and sleep disturbances, and some form of cancer. I agree that overbreathing is a related symptom, but it is UDB that is largely the cause of the overbreathing. Our video 176, 191 manual, audios, and school teach easy, safe, painless, fast, and economical methods to reduce or eliminate most types of overbreathing. Athletes, public speakers, singers or speaker-singer wannabes, or wind instrument players, listen up. Believe me when I say this work will improve whatever skill level you have, or no skill level at all. There's a direct relationship between breathing, aliveness, and how healthy and long you will live. Subscribe to our free newsletter. Have some fun with the breathing tests. Take them yourself, give them to friends, clients, colleagues, and loved ones. Read the testimonials and FAQs. The test will indicate clear examples of UDB, a tendency towards UDB, or indicators that UDB is neither present nor probable. In any event, the test answer will guide you towards steps of action to guide you towards ways of rapidly develop your breathing. In closing, we invite you to study the breath for yourself and then for others. If you're a health professional, let's integrate your skills and knowledge with my skills and knowledge. Get our program number 250. It's an in-depth overview of the subject of breathing. It is also a great self-help breathing development training program. It includes over 175 conditions related to optimal health and well-being, peak performance, life extension, and spiritual experience. It ties each one of the 175 together with my optimal breathing recommendations, as well as relevant alternative or integral medical modalities that I've personally experienced and recommend learning about or possibly trying. The number 250 program will help you understand many factors that are indispensable to the foundation of breathing mastery. The balance of this video presentation includes a few Health Expo mini breathing session recipients, students of our Optimal Breathing School after a weekend training, and excerpts from the Lifetime Channel TV show where you may well wonder how a licensed medical pulmonary specialist can make statements about breathing not being able to be improved through techniques or exercises. Then a few words from core faculty members and a 50-minute breathing seminar. All this is included in our 90-plus minute Optimal Breathing video number 169. You can purchase it online or by calling us. I'm Mike White, Executive Director of Breathing.com and the Optimal Breathing School. I pray that you always have the best of health, prosperity, and connection with your higher power. Goodbye for now. Okay, Simone, so your husband did a session, and then he said, gee, this is kind of neat, and so now you want to try one, so can you share a little bit of your experience about what happened?
Yeah, actually I wanted to do, it was my wish, and I have the feeling like chains are around me, and I cannot breathe very well, and sometimes I have fear to drink a glass of water because this glass covered my nose and I cannot breathe anymore. I have only this feeling, it's not really true. And I remember that when I was a child I could sing very well and I could not. And yeah, that's that I have not more this feeling to be tied. That was the wish why I was there.
Yeah. Okay. And then when we got to the voice production part,
Yeah.
yeah, what was your experience there?
Oh, this is really that this change you have at first in voices like this, and then you have a voice that goes. This comes into your body and makes a voice is like so big, and you're so it's so amazing for yourself that you say, wow, what this is.
Yeah, you didn't know that was in you.
Yeah, and this
Yeah.
comes out from your body, and I didn't know this in this way, and yeah, this is an absolutely nice experience. It makes you much stronger and more. Yeah, I've said lazy. Huh? The feeling that you don't need to be in tense all the time to be hard, to be in working or to do something. You can be in a normal way relaxed. And
Yeah, in a normal way relaxed.
Yeah, and I have not often this feeling, and I hope I get it back in this way.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful,
Thanks.
wonderful. Well, thank you for trying it, risking, taking that
Yeah,
risk.
this was fun. To sing was fun.
Yeah. How was the session?
Fantastic. Tools brought some relief in the body sense where obstacles have previously been. Headed in a good direction.
What did you feel about the emotional aspect of it? Did you feel like you
Comfortable.
maybe separated from some emotions
Simple and comfortable. Didn't even, it's like it healed it without having to go into the stuff.
Yeah, yeah. What I'm seeing in your face is that there's just there's relief.
Great.
Yeah, there's relief. There's a sense of
on camera or something. Huh? Oh, great. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, no, I think, yeah. It's like
a lot of times.
acceptable.
Exactly. A lot of times that's where the emotion comes. It comes from this tension that's in the breathing that transfers into some sort of a fear that gets tied up and connected into a thought. And the thought is about something bad happened, and here you go with this syndrome. The damn thing repeats itself over and over and over again. It never goes away.
No, I'd rather just correct the breathing.
Because it's stuck.
And oxygenates my whole body.
It's held in place with the lousy breathing. It's held in place with the breathing pattern disorder. You know, so you just keep after. We just do what we did, and we actually can solve a multitude of problems. You know, emotionally, not all of them, but a lot of them. So maybe a lot of that stuff is gone by now.
Yeah, that's great. I'm totally, I'm totally open, and hopefully, at least 2/3 there.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
it's all
anything
right.
else? What's your name?
My name's Wendy. LMT. Wendy LMT.
Okay. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure.
And I can breathe. Yeah.
Huh?
I can breathe definitely deeper and more comfortably.
Yeah.
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 And it's not like I have to try to not hold the tension in my face and do 10,000 exercises. You know what I'm talking about, right? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's
Thank
it.
you, Mike.
You got it. You're welcome. Bye-bye now.
All right, I came to the show looking for a number of things. I've been interested very much lately in breathing and increasing my capacity in breath so I can get more oxygen to the body, so all the wonderful things that oxygen does. Michael was here, and I, of course, used his processes, and I was completely amazed at what he was able to do in a relatively short period of time. I was able to expand my ability to breathe and my capacity to breathe. And that has like increased some other things, some awareness points that I wasn't even particularly looking for. Also singing. I've been doing some singing lately and trying to improve my singing voice. And we did some exercises today that were completely out of the norm, but I had wonderful results out of. I feel that I'm much more in touch with my voice, and I think I will be able to sing more in my natural tones, which feels good. And so it's a very good experience. Recommend it.
Millie Still, theater director and designer from England, came over to do some work, and let's just have you share a little bit about what your experience has been.
Well, a week ago, when I arrived, well, I had been a mess. I had incredible compression here, and I think I was increasingly stressed because I didn't know how to resolve it, which is what in the end led me to coming to see you, because I figured that although I'd make certain amounts of progress with the video and with the exercises, as you recognised when I first came, I'd make a lot of steps forward, but almost, but not many steps back on the first 2 days perhaps. But increasingly over the week, more and more I was able to forget about the fact that I was having breathing problems, which revealed that I was certainly improving. That was a huge delight to me. I find myself being able to walk down the street and order something in a cafe, and it was no big deal. I wasn't thinking, oh my God, I've got to go and sit down, or I'm going spacey, I'm going to start having a panic attack or something. All of that went. I haven't experienced that all week. So on the whole, it's got, each day has been I felt it's been an improvement, and I've kept a record, of each day, my own sort of diary of each day. I had one, and this even with having chronic jet lag, because my biological clock hasn't left the UK all week. But before I came here, every night was very, very difficult. I'd have pounding heart, really, really laboured, unbalanced breathing, and I haven't experienced that this week at night, even though I've spent most of the night awake, a lot of the time awake. And I suppose I've just got I have more and more things at hand, more and more resources to fall back on whenever things get tough. I had one bad day after the Rolfing, which was very intense and really, really made me feel like I was oiled from inside. But that night and the following day, I think that was probably day 5 it was, out of the 7 days. The tightness came back, and you thought that was probably because of the Rolfing. It can release certain things, but it can tighten up as other things again.
Right. When the good news is by then we knew how to get rid of it.
Exactly. So by the end of the day, it had gone again.
Yeah.
The tightness had gone. And I've had spells, when the tightness has come back, but I've always managed to, it's been reassuring being able to come here, because I know if something's come up during the time that I'm not here, I'm able to, explore that and investigate that with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt yesterday, for me, yesterday was a real turning point. I felt great all day, you know, sort of almost normal. And I went for a walk, so every day I go for a walk up the mountain and round. It was only about a mile. It's about a 25-minute walk. Slowly, if you're going slowly. And each day has got better. You know, I can tell by my sort of breathing that it's just got easier. So that's been another measure as well for me.
Good, good. So we've got this long list of signs of UDB, unbalanced breathing. Why don't you rattle off a few of the things that you know have improved on there?
Okay, air hunger, anxiety. Breathing feels like a series of events instead of one smooth, internally coordinated, continuous flow. I mean, you know, these are improvements. I still have that sometimes, but less so. Breathing feels stuck. Breathing is laboured or restricted. Breathlessness, can't catch breath. Can't walk and easily talk at the same time. All chest pain is gone, though, and so has chest wall tenderness. Those things have completely gone. Constant fatigue has gone. In fact, that's almost completely gone as well. Do you find that you're often pressing your tongue to the top of your mouth? Well, now that I'm so aware of that, I'm able to sort of intervene, if you like. Feel a hitch, bump or lump right below your breastbone when you try to take a deep breath. Well, now I've got various strategies to overcome that. So when that happens, I don't sort of I don't start fretting. I just deal with it. I know how to deal with that. Feelings of suffocation, that's improved. Get tired from reading out aloud. We've done a lot of work on that. That's gone. Hyperventilation. I don't think I'm really hyperventilating now, do you? You know. Mouth breather. I don't think I'm mouth breathing now. Over breathing, no. Poor sleep. That's just a washout because of jet lag. Shortness of breath's improved. Sigh or yawn often. Now that has improved hugely. The yawning, I used to yawn several times a minute. I used to manufacture yawns in order to do something, I don't know. And I don't do that ever. I mean, if I yawn now, I yawn. It feels like a yawn.
It's sort of a synthetic reflex triggering technique.
Yeah. Sore deep pain feeling like a band across the chest. Now that's gone. That's gone. Stress has improved. Tense overall feeling comes and goes, but you keep pointing it out to me, so I'm able to either get very defensive or yield. I'm learning to yield. Tightness around the mouth, I'm learning to get rid of that. Tightness, soreness or pressure in the chest or below the breastbone. No, that's gone. It's more or less gone now.
Good. Good. Wonderful. All right. So now when we did some vocalizing, we did some singing and the purpose for that was to create a stronger core connection now with the newly found way of breathing and to make it more your own. What was that? How was that?
You know, singing's never been an easy thing for me. So, but today, day 7, I suddenly found, you know, I found a way of letting go, you know, and of finding a voice that was closer to, that was probably me or potentially me in some way, if developed. I felt relaxed and I was able to isolate the mechanics of singing, if you like, or the expression of singing with letting go and let go of the body at the same time, you know, with you pushing and pulling me around. And that felt really good to be able to do that. And that wasn't the strong, sort of releasing voice, but it felt comfortable, really comfortable. When we did the vocal, you know, with me doing the text work, the just speaking, I mean, I wasn't letting go at all. I suppose it's harder because I was trying to read and hold a bit of paper. You know, and maybe if I knew the words off by heart without thinking, it would have been easier, but I mean, I never let go with that, but I did today, so with the singing, so and that was good.
What I wanted you to do with that was just to get a sense of the connection, of making the strong sound, of using it, that's all.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be a perfect presentation.
No, well then I did, and I think I managed to, you know, the at first I was having to be very, very conscious of when I breathed. There's a comma there, breathe, and so on. But that was becoming more natural towards the end.
Basically, it was a new place inside yourself that I wanted you to become familiar with.
Yeah.
That's the basic.
Yeah.
That's the long and the short of it.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So, okay, we also, let's see, we the breath rate went from 16 to 12 down to 8. And the capnometer readings went from 30 up to 35. And chest measurement went from 3/4 inch to 2 3/4 inch. She had 2 inches on a chest expansion, which is quite special. Very good. Well, thank you for putting up with the jet lag, and I hope you're glad you came.
No, it's worth it. No, it's been very, I've got lots and lots of tools now to take with me.
Wonderful. God bless you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Doug Hutchins, and I have been diagnosed with sleep apnea. 5 years ago, I started going to different doctors, and they were trying to find